Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. We've got a fun one today. It's fairly mossy, very weedy. Well, it's more like grass actually, coming through these slabs. Probably going to be loads of black spots on this patio, so that's going to be a nice transformation. We're going to do the tops of the walls as well. Water pressure's not bad. Drainage looks okay, although there's a bit of a gap between the drain and the patio for some reason. Customer's been a gem and moved everything off the patio, so that's nice for us. Jakey's just leaf blowing. And Jakey's going to be doing the driveway as well. Loads of lichen spots building up around these bricks in the corner. Very strange. Not a huge amount of moss on the drive, but it's mainly the borders with the drive really. Right, the tanks are full. I don't know if I told you, Jakey, I went and got the machine serviced the other day. Shout out to PWSAS in Pershore. We've got new oil filters, fresh oil in the pump, the gearbox and in the engine. They've done filters on the GX 630, I think that one is. And then they've also pulled Jakey's machine out and done the same on this one as well. New air filter, new oils in this one. So they're going to be running better than ever. I've left it well overdue to service that machine. I've had that over a year now, I think, and I haven't serviced it once. So that's the one thing that makes me money. I need to start looking after me stuff really. I reckon if you go around about 150 bar with the surface cleaner like we did before, you're getting good at cleaning these tarmac driveways now. What we've started doing is sort of figure of eight circular method. We did do sort of we went in lines before and then 90 degrees and went in lines the other way, but occasionally if you use a bit too much pressure or the wrong nozzles you can end up with streaks all over the drive. So we started doing what everyone else does, do the little circular method. The one thing with tarmac is it's quite difficult to see where you've been because when everything's wet it all looks great. And so when it dries off, you generally find that there's little marks that you've missed, little patches where you've not quite overlapped yourself properly. So that's the main thing, is making sure you overlap really well. And Jakey, I reckon if you start at the bottom part of the drive, yeah, start at the lowest point, because if you're to start at the top, all the water runs in that direction and it covers the driveway and you can't really see where you've done and where you haven't. So it's easier to start at the lowest point. That's what I'm going to do over here as well. So in this back corner, there's doesn't seem to be any sort of drainage down the bottom here. And this is the lowest point of the patio. So I don't know where the water's going to go, but I'm going to start down here and work my way upwards so that I know even if this floods, I know that it's clean. That'll do nicely. Should we warm these machines up while we're waiting for the car to be moved? going to be a nuisance. What I always like to do when I'm dragging hoses around corners like this is just be careful that the hose isn't sat against the brickwork like this, because it will vibrate and it'll eventually eat away at the hose and you'll damage it. So try and make sure the hoses are clear of any brick walls, or render's the bad one, because you can really damage render if the hose is just scratching away at it in the corner. Hopefully I've got enough there. Yeah, I had a feeling this would happen. Oh well. This was an experimental clip where I thought I'm going to try and put the head cam on time lapse and just see what happens, but it clearly didn't work very well, so I won't be doing that again. Okay, this side has come up quite well. I still need to do some tidying up down here. However, this patio is riddled in black spots. I've only got about 10 litres of hypo with me, so I think this is going to need multiple treatments, but we're going to do our best with it. I think I'm just going to go with the bucket and brush method today. Need to clear all these clumps of grass up. I've just washed them into the drain for now. A few areas of standing water, which isn't ideal. It's not come up too bad, to be honest. Jakey's just trying to figure out the drainage back here, because this soakaway apparently has collapsed halfway in the road, and so this is blocking up, which means all the water's coming around here and sitting by the garage door, which is definitely not ideal. Jakey's done a great job with this driveway. It's looking brilliant. These have come up really well, haven't they, the blocks? That looks fantastic. Brilliant job, mate. Yeah, we're going to have to rinse it all back over all the good work you've just done. So I'm going to go 1 litre of hypo to 5 litres of water and just see what that gets me, and we'll go from there. It's already got the surfactant in it, so it's going to foam up nicely by itself. Now I'm going to grab 5 litres of water out of the tank. So I'm using this nice soft brush. If you use a stiff brush, it doesn't cling on to the brush head as well. And you end up losing a lot of the chemical before you pull it out of the bucket. And this just helps it foam up nicely as well. If I put you on a time lapse, you might be able to see the transformation gradually. Now, if you've watched till the end, you might be interested to know how we get the satisfying before and after shots. So what we tend to do is wait for this sun to go behind the clouds, because it just blows everything out. You can't really see what's going on. I'm going to go around with a leaf blower just to disperse any of these bubbles left over from the hypo. And then we like to keep everything wet, so before I take before and after pictures of the drive, I'm going to wet the drive down again, because everything looks better when it's wet. All the colours pop, and that's how you get the best before and after pictures. Now, if you know me, you'll probably know that I wasn't particularly happy with the results of this one, but after about 4 chemical treatments, 2 of which were neat, I think at some point you've got to kind of call it a day. The time involved and the cost of the chemicals that you're using at some point outweighs the money that you've got in the job. The customer said he wasn't actually expecting me to get any of the black spots up, so they were over the moon with the results anyway. And Jakey did a brilliant job on the drive, so at least the customers were happy. How about that then, matey?
I'm out for a bit of lunch.
You please?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Right, back in Henley and Arden to sand this one now. This is a job we did earlier in the week. Nice block paving job. Oh, it's all coming out the bottom already. Alright then, guess we're doing that. Brand new, mate. That's the beauty.
I think I put a bit too much sand. I'm a bit trigger happy with the sand.
That's the trouble with yeah, putting too much down. You have to pick it back up again at the end, don't you? You bloody idiot. 28 minutes to resand that driveway. Well, 29 minutes. Not too bad. Right, that's the end of this one. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Say bye, Jakey.
Bye.
Are you glad the sun's out now?
Oh, 100%. Summer's coming.
There's like 7 days of sun now. It's going to be insane. Right, see you in a bit.